In this video, we're going to be going over 5 surprising ways to use Fathead dough on your ketogenic lifestyle. And if you're new here, my twin sister Sarah and I have lost 160 pounds following a ketogenic lifestyle since January of 2019. And on our channel, we like to try and test all different types of recipes for all of you. If you're new to keto, you probably don't know this actually, but Fathead dough is a pretty big deal. Fathead dough is extremely versatile, and Sarah and I have done so many videos on our channel exploring this ingredient or this recipe because it's just so versatile that we have to try them all. We're going to be going over our 5 surprising ways that we use Fathead dough. These are things that you should definitely try because it works so well and it's pretty simple to make. There's a lot of different recipes for Fathead dough these days, but we really like Annie's over at Keto Focus. We're going to be leaving a link to that in the description below. And I think that the ingredients are mozzarella cheese, cream cheese, egg, and almond flour. I'm pretty sure you could use a different type of flour in your Fathead dough, like if you want to use coconut or bamboo or whatever, but I think coconut flour has about like double the absorbency of almond flour. And so these are all things that you have to adjust for if you're deciding to go off script.
Right.
But first, we're going to talk about the sponsor of this video, Element. Element is a delicious electrolyte drink mix with everything that you need and nothing that you don't. That means lots of salt and no sugar. Element contains a science-backed electrolyte ratio of 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. Sarah and I drink Element every single day since like 2020 because we love the way it tastes and it helps us on our keto lifestyle. That's because when you go into ketosis, you shed a lot of water, and inside that water are your electrolytes. This can leave you feeling tired, having muscle cramps, and nausea, also known as the keto flu. Element replenishes your electrolytes so that you feel better. Sarah and I love all of the flavors of Element, but our absolute favorites are the citrus salt, orange salt, grapefruit salt, and raspberry salt. Right now, Element is offering our community a free sample pack. That's 8 single serving packets free with any order from Element. This way you can try all the flavors or share some with a salty friend. In order to get this deal, you must go to drinklmnt.com/ketotwins. The main kind of recipe that Fathead dough is used for is typically pizza crust. But pizza crust in itself is a pretty versatile ingredient because it's just a dough, and that dough can be used on a lot of different things. Sarah and I have actually never tried Fathead dough as pizza crust.
And we've made so many pizzas here on our channel with different types of crust, so maybe we should go back to the original pizza crust that keto people use.
Yeah, Sarah and I, we try to look for recipes or try to twist up a recipe so that it's interesting. Like, we don't know if it's gonna turn out right, and a lot of times it doesn't turn out right, but
I mean, we're getting better.
Right. So the first surprising way that you could use Fathead dough is in a sweet way, and it's actually to make keto-friendly Pop-Tarts. So we were trying to do like a series called Make It or Buy It, but it didn't really do all that well because people were just like, I'll just buy it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make it. We bought like a keto Pop-Tart, and we tried to make our own version that was like a Fathead dough, and it was really, really good. I do feel though that we made them a little bit on the thick side, but overall, I thought that it was really, really tasty and pretty simple to make. At the end of the day though, everyone's just like, buy it. Why waste your time making it? But I thought it was really good.
I think that the Pop-Tart recipe really opened our eyes and our horizons into more of a sweet type of realm instead of always doing savory. So I'm glad that we did that. So another really surprising way that you could use Fathead dough is to make keto-friendly pretzels. And it's kind of like a mix between savory and sweet because we made kind of a la Auntie Anne's pretzels. Is it Auntie Anne's or Anne's?
Is it Auntie Anne or Annie Anne's? I didn't notice the name. I just went there for the caramel dipping sauce.
We did 2 variations. One was cinnamon and, keto-friendly sweetener on it, and the other one was savory. And both were super delicious, and it just proves how versatile this ingredient really is.
So the next recipe that we really liked was using Fathead dough as a chip, but specifically it tasted more like a pita chip. We have never tried to use Fathead dough as chips before, and I almost feel like there's like a puffed up like quality to the Fathead dough when you bake it. We topped it with some everything bagel seasoning, and the inside was kind of like hollow.
Yeah.
I do feel like in the video we did cook it for 10 minutes in the oven, but I felt like maybe you could go a little bit further because it was slightly like not as crispy as a chip, but it did act kind of like a pita chip, and it was really, really good. Also, like, remember that the thinner that you roll out the Fathead dough, the better the chip is gonna be. And so maybe we did it a bit on the thick side, but Fathead dough is kind of tricky in that when it gets cold, because it's made of mostly cheese, it tends to like retract onto itself and become a little hard. And so if you pop it into the microwave for like 10 or 15 seconds, you can get it to be like warm and pliable again. So if you find yourself struggling to actually roll out the fathead dough to a really thin thickness, then stick it in the microwave and get it all warmed up again so you can continue.
I also thought that maybe we could have fried it.
Right. I've never tried to fry fathead dough.
Right. What would happen with that? It's kind of interesting to think about. We might have to put that up here.
I'm a big fan of deep frying. You know, we made a keto-friendly empanada, but we used hero tortillas in that, and it was divine. We're trying to like think of interesting ideas how to use fathead dough because we have 400 videos, and what is left out there?
Yeah, let us know. Comment below.
So the next surprising way that you could use fathead dough in your keto lifestyle is if you want to make corn dogs. Sarah and I decided to do a spin on this where we made Korean corn dogs. And Korean corn dogs are different than the corn dogs that you would get at the ball game
or
where I would
fair.
eat like 5 of them. It was so disgusting of me. I would eat 5 corn dogs. Anyway, I just really like corn dogs a lot. But basically, Korean corn dogs, they have like a bunch of really crispy or crunchy toppings on top. And so we did a plain one with like allulose on it.
Yeah,
and then ketchup and mustard. So it was like a sweet and salty thing. And then we decided to do like a hot Cheetos Korean corn dog. It was good.
We found the Cheeto powder by buying the mac and cheese that they have.
The Flaming Hot Mac and Cheese
has a
packet. And I know the keto police are, you know,
they're rounding the corner.
They're unsubscribing at us, but it was really, really good. So the next surprising way you can use fathead dough on your keto lifestyle is to actually use it as a pie crust. And Sarah and I have done this in a couple of ways. We decided to make like little
hand pies.
And we actually were able to cut out a lattice and make a design on top. It looked legit. It was amazing. In that video, we did a mock apple pie because apples are definitely not keto. They have too much sugar and carbs to be keto at all, pretty much, because one apple is about your daily allowance of carbs. But for that one, we used a member of the squash family. There's something called a chayote. Chayote. It looks like this. And when you cook chayote in a specific way with specific spices, it just tastes exactly like apple pie. So you could use that apple filling, the faux apple filling, in a variety of different things. So the fathead dough made a really nice flaky pie crust, a hand pie crust, but you could also use it for regular pies.
And what I like about this was actually one pie really filled you up.
Right.
Because there's a lot of protein.
It's not the type of thing that you just kind of binge eat or you will make yourself sick. So one piece will probably be enough for you. It is a way to cut down overall on the amount you're eating, but remember that fathead dough and regular dough, they are not going to be treated by your body the same. And that's a good thing.
Right. And if you like this type of content, please consider subscribing. Here on our channel, we love testing recipes for all of you guys, and subscribing means a lot to us. We would love to hit 200,000 subscribers soon. Everyone counts. So
now that we've gone over our favorite surprising ways to use fathead dough, we decided to go on a little internet search and try to find like more ways to use it. And if you guys see any recipes that like speak to you and you want to see us mess them up, you can leave a comment below and we'll do a little poll to see which recipe that we should try. Apparently there's recipes for fathead dough that makes bagels, calzones.
I love calzones.
Yeah, I mean, but isn't calzone just like a pizza that you kind of fold?
Yeah.
And contain?
I don't know why I used to get that.
Really? I never have ordered a calzone in my life.
And then dipping sauce. Anyway.
One of the interesting ones was sandwich wraps. So it says that you can roll it out very thinly and slightly bake it so that it retains its flexibility to make like a wrap instead of having it be like totally solid. A next one would be like empanadas or quiche.
I love quiche.
Yeah. And then this one really stuck out to me. It was fathead dough pasta. It didn't occur to me that fathead dough could be made into pasta. I'm not sure why, but that might be something interesting to try.
Probably.
Other people said taco shells is a good idea. And then there's tons of different ideas on the internet here. Pot pie, hello.
Love pot pies.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to admit this, but it's like a bread bowl. I would eat soup out of a bread bowl and the soup needed to go. I just wanted the bread anyway. There are definitely some ideas that we've taken away that we want to try, especially deep frying with Fathead dough. I just want to see how that one turns out. If you guys have any ideas of what you want us to try here on our channel, please let us know. And if you are craving Chinese takeout on keto and you can't order it, because guess what? You can't, because there's nothing that's keto in Chinese takeout. We actually had a little challenge where we tried to order Chinese takeout and make a keto version before it got delivered. And did we make it or not? I guess you'll have to find out. You can click right here and we will see you over there. Anyway, I'm Emily.
And I'm Sarah.
And we are the Keto Twins signing out.